Hi, and welcome to another segment at the DLFF Film Festival of Q&A with the filmmakers. Today we have the filmmakers from the SHOWDOWN. Welcome, guys.
Hey, thank you for having us.
Hi, thank you.
Of course. Super excited to talk to you. OJ, I'll start with you. If you could just kind of talk about the genesis of the film and how it came to be and how you guys got started, that'd be great.
It actually started back in film school. I just wanted to do a movie about people watching because that's kind of what I did. You sit down, you're waiting for a reservation at a restaurant or something, and you just kind of talk about people that are walking by, like, what are they doing? And then it kind of turned into something else that was a lot bigger than just people watching. It used to be this cute, funny concept. And then we had a certain election and it kind of changed things. And so from there, it kind of adapted and transformed into something else, which is what everybody's going to be seeing now.
Cool. Yeah, it definitely has that shift. It's
yeah, that's putting it lightly. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So Melissa, how did you get involved with the film?
Well, I think it was like 5 years ago. I just came across OJ, and he had this great idea, and he pitched it to me, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm on board. Let's do this." Oh, we're gonna shoot in Santa Monica? Great, let's do it.
Nice. That's so awesome. And Edgar, what about you? How did you get involved with the film?
It just started just by that's when I saw OJ first time at a cafeteria, and he was eating a sandwich across from me, and that's when the showdown started. And then that's basically where it started. We were just eating. Who could eat the food faster, and that's where we pitched the idea. Not serious. No, he's just a buddy of mine, and he just needed an extra hand. He needed an extra hand, and I said, why not? I love being on set. I'd rather be there than be at work. So yeah.
Amen to that.
Edgar is always ready for that extra hand, no matter what. I'd be like 10 minutes before shooting, Edgar, I need you over. He'd be like over there every time.
That's awesome. You need those kinds of people. You need people who are gonna like do everything and beyond. It's the people who do the bare minimum that you're like, wait, why are you here? What's going on?
Absolutely. They're the important ones, to be honest with you. They're the world shakers for at least for the films that I work on. So it's great.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I'm what they call the oh no, I was just gonna say I'm what they call the Swiss Army knife.
Yes.
Yep.
Got it.
Open any can. He's ready.
Bring him all your tough to open jars. He's got it.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. So did you guys meet in film school?
No, I'm the only idiot that went to film school and was like, this is a great idea. Everybody else was kind of like, I've met through happenstance. Edgar's also an actor. He's performed in some of my other past films, but he's also great to have on set. So with all that, I mean, you got to have the good people around you at all times. And Edgar's one of those. Melissa also just seems to produce a lot of what I do. And so I can kind of give some controversial takes on certain things, and she's always down to sit there and explore it and to see what's happening with it. So I don't have to really worry about this could be a little touchy. It's just something that we're kind of all feeling out and seeing what can come out of it at the end of it all.
Yeah, that's so awesome. What was production like? What was your timeline? How did it look? How long did it take to make the film?
Oh, it was hell. It was, but that's like every movie kind of turns out to be like that. But this one was we shot in Santa Monica. It was originally supposed to be like a 4-day shoot, and we had to go back for extended shots because in August, I think it was August, you'd think that, Santa Monica Beach, blue skies, everything's gonna be perfect. But we had rain one day, which was so weird. And it was the scene that has the beautiful girl walking down the walkway was a day that we had heavy clouds and it was chilly, and we had some drizzle that day. Then the other day it was like heavy clouds, and we had a blue sky day. So it was all over the place. And so lighting, like as far as matching up lighting in the editing, was an absolute nightmare because I didn't shoot linear. I shot with all the singles for JC's character on one day, and then I'd shoot Donald's character the next day. But when we'd had two separate, it's blue skies, it's Southern California. How exactly is it going to be raining? But that's what happened. So matching everything up in post was definitely difficult. But so I think we ended up going around 4 or 6 days because we actually had an extended part of the movie where there was supposed to be much more bloody and actiony, where they're actually physically assaulting each other. And so it didn't work in post. So we got rid of it. We kept it where it is. And I think it actually turned out a lot better for it. But we had actually a little bit more that we were going to end up shooting. But so yeah, it came out to be about a 6-day shoot.
Nice. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel like they're always those labors of love. Like if you don't have it to go to the finish line, it's not going to work. But yeah.
Well, the worst part was we've actually tried to shoot this movie before, but I shot this years ago. But on one occasion I had, we got stopped because we didn't have a permit, because they're very, very strict on, I figured I had a camera and a tripod and that's it. We should be okay. But that obviously wasn't okay with that one either. So, and then the next time my buddy said he could play the role, he couldn't do a double take. I love the guy to death, but I was just like, it's just a double take. We spent 2 hours on him trying to do this double take. And I was like, oh, buddy, come on. So we've had this has had a history of trying to get accomplished and made. So we've gone through, originally we were going to shoot this in just HD. This is before 4K was really a thing. And now we're shooting it in 4K. And so it's had a nice transition throughout history. It's been an absolute labor of love. Nice.
I mean, you can tell when someone has put their heart and soul into a film. You can absolutely tell the difference between that and something that's just pieced together. So I think it definitely comes across in the film. And I think it's timely, which is another thing that you don't necessarily, it doesn't always happen, that you make a film and it is so important to what is going on in our world right now. Sometimes things are, the timing doesn't work out. But yeah, it's definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm so happy. That's why I'm so thrilled, because Die Laughing Festival was able to accept it. A lot of people were not going to accept it. I wasn't expecting much from it, but I'm so happy you guys watched the entirety of it, because those credits are super important for this movie, because we started off, the credits didn't even exist. Like, that part didn't exist. And so what kind of happened was, when I started shooting it, I'd say around mid-shoot, I realized that both these characters that were saying these horrible things pretty much about other people weren't really getting their just desserts at the end of it all. It didn't land the same way. And so that's when I put in this kind of meta, and it's gonna be kind of spoilers. So if anybody's watching, sorry, but we do have this kind of meta moment, and that was added afterwards because it just didn't land right. And that's why the credit scene is also important, because when I was editing, I still was like, this is kind of coming off a bit, in my opinion, it was a bit wrong. It was very, very privileged perspective. And so this is the one time where, rather than the characters, the arc is focused on them, I thought it actually more focused on myself as a filmmaker. And so I got to arc and learn kind of a different viewpoint on how to approach other films after this. And that's what I thought was kind of important about it. I hope it comes off that way, because it is definitely controversial as far as what we put in there. But I'm thrilled that the festival accepted it. And I wish we weren't doing virtual. It would have been so exciting to have gotten to see it in an actual theater. But I'm just happy that that's getting out there and it's getting shown.
Yeah, definitely. Ray and I both felt like it was super important, and we were like, we can't not do this. Like, this is absolutely something that needs to be seen. And I also agree. I wish we could see it, in a group of people. But hopefully maybe next year we'll at least get to be around each other. But yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, for making it. Melissa and Edgar, are you guys working on any projects that you want to plug, or anything that's exciting coming up?
We're kind of working with OJ, like all three of us are just working together on, once you get like a crew just sort of like working together cohesively on certain projects, you kind of want to continue working with them. So there's a couple that we're working on now, like that is in pre-production. And we actually shot like a short film just recently on that. And we're hoping to make that into more of a feature film. So
we are. It's happening.
Put it out there. Put it out there.
We are absolutely doing it. So yeah, we have a handful of projects, all three of us, because Edgar's always the Swiss Army knife. It's always going to be there. And with Melissa backing everything up as well, it's just you get a core together, you keep it together. And so we're hoping that by 2022, then January, we should have a feature out based in Purgatory. So we're actually really excited about that. And we've got some photography techniques that are very unique and haven't really been used. So it's exciting, but nerve-wracking. Got to have those blue skies.
Right. I mean, you would think you could count on LA, but
LA failed me again. Failed me again.
It's still a sharp.
Yeah, I just never know with I never know with OJ. It's always a surprise. You know, I'm like I'm the little cameo. I'm an Easter egg in his films. You know,
Absolutely.
they're all connected in a universe. You can
That's
just
the best
catch me in the
way.
back.
That's the best way. I like that. I like that. You're my Easter egg. That's perfect.
That's awesome, right? Just that person who shows up to set and it's like, what do you need me to do? I didn't know what I was doing until I got here. That's awesome.
He's my Stan Lee.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. This has been super awesome. I've loved getting to know more about what was happening behind the scenes. Is there anything else you guys want to say about the film or anything else you want the audience to know?
Enjoy it. Take it with a grain of salt and just watch it through the end credits and know that this came from a very, very good place. Like it was a positive place, whether it came off, it landed perfectly. The point is that it was a very positive place that we came at this and just watched all the way through and just think about it. Take a look at it.
And from a production standpoint, even though you want to give up like every single day, don't, because at the end of it, you'll get a payoff sometime at some point.
Cool. Edgar, anything you want to button up on that?
Yeah, I mean, grab some snacks and get ready to laugh. I mean, I think when it comes to comedy, we should kind of, you know, step away from being sensitive and just feel free, you know, poke at people. That's what we all do, but we just don't really show it because we're just very sensitive what the others are going to say. But this is a movie where you can just, you know, we should all be free to poke at people and yeah, just feel free to say what you really mean.
Yeah, and I think also self-awareness is something you can't teach people, and it's something that goes a long way. And I think you guys have a lot of that, which is great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, this has been so great. Again, this is for the Die Laughing Film Festival. You can see the Showdown. The portal will open on May 28th at noon, and it will close on May 29th at 10 p.m. So look forward to seeing this. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you very much for having us.
All right, thank you.
Have a great one, you guys.